what would you say is different from, or you can even say was similar, or to do similarities or with differences of what the franchise was when you played for them to what they are now?
Oh man.
Like what you can give us the real, you can give
Oh
us the
shit,
I'm saying
man.
the
I'm a
political.
man.
Bring it,
Give us
baby,
that real,
bring
man. Honestly, give us the real, man. We real on this podcast. We gonna keep it 100.
Like I said, man, I was coming from winning 2 Super Bowls in 4 years with the organization. It wasn't just about the players for us in Pittsburgh. It was about literally like our brotherhood. It was about, us, requiring things from ourselves that, the outside world wasn't. That there was a huge difference. And to be honest with you, man, when I first got to Tennessee, it was just a clusterfuck. Like everything. Like I went from having a owner in Mr. Rooney that walked through the locker room every single day. He knew every single guy on the team, including practice squad. He knew everybody. Do you understand what I'm saying? To going to Bud Adams, that was like he was sending in phone calls to the locker room saying, "Hey, I want VY to start this week, and we'll get the word in team meetings, and like we'll be sitting there confused because we might have practiced with somebody else like Kerry Collins." And now we started with VY. We ain't even had no reps with him because Bud done called in and told them he want VY to play. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's that type shit going on. So we trying to keep up and still be competitive. Like we had talent, we had VY, we had just drafted Kenny Britt, obviously CJ2K and Show was still going on their smash and dash tour. So we had the tools, we had the equipment, but we just had no structure. So like I say, it was a clusterfuck because even at the time, man, we didn't even have a steam room and shit. Like, so I'm getting to the organization. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, when you go out on kicking on Friday nights, you come in Saturday mornings thinking you're gonna get that steam room and it's gonna sweat up out you and you be ready for the game on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Hydrate yourself. And you be ready for the game on Sunday. You can't do that shit. Like I can't do none of that. So you know what I'm saying? Like none of that. No steam room, no nothing. Like the amenities are bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? So like it literally I went from an organization that made sure we had every single thing that we needed on and off the field to an organization that was just like, all right, you got what you got, you gonna work with it. Like so it was cool though. You know what I'm saying? I could tell that there was a history that the Steelers have been around for a while and the Titans were trying to figure it out. You gotta think in 6 years I had 3 head coaches and 2 faces of the organization as the ownership. You know what I'm saying? That never happens in amount of 6 years. 6 years, that never happens. So like it was just ongoing change, went from Fish to Munch, let Munch rock out for a couple years, then we picked up Wizard Hunt. Like that was a huge like carousel of emotions changing. You know what I'm saying? Them 3 totally different guys.
Yeah.
And then you go from Bud to Tommy. That was the face of the organization. Tommy had no clue what he was doing, in my opinion. And Bud was treating it like a crap table on a Friday night at the local casino. You know what I'm saying?
I try to tell people that
He shoot them dice with that thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool, but you know what I mean? It needed time to grow. They needed time I feel like the Titans were in the phase of understanding what a winning franchise should look like. And our period, my 6 years there, was unfortunately that valley that they were going through to understand those things, what they could and couldn't do, what was going to be necessary. I think by the time it was time for me to leave, my 6th year, like we started getting steam rooms and shit like that. You know what I mean? The amenities around the locker room started to become better, and you see what they look like today. Yeah. So it was a valley period of learning for them that, although you brought a franchise here and you guys were successful with Steve, you're going to need a lot more, both player-wise and amenity-wise, in order to compete year in, year out in the NFL.